not like why and negative, but what's the benefit of this and what is my purpose now? Like, we can go into more details about my recovery and rehab, but really it was just like a shocking experience that told me, hey, life still rolls on. There's actually an organization that's called Life Rolls On.
Yeah.
And they do surfing for the disabled. I have not yet to experience that because they're out of California, and sometimes I miss their experience when they come down here to Texas. But that's something it's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to say this, man. Like, we all are here. We're all here to support each other, and whatever happened that night impacted my life forever. You got the greatness of, hey, I survived. My friends are cool. They survived. We didn't get to take the beef home from the cow. I was like, man, this is some prime beef right here. I thought I hit a bluebell cow out there in Brenham. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
We're about to have Gary Bell ice cream for everyone.
But it made you an advocate, for the cause, and it made you appreciate, things that you maybe weren't appreciating before. And like you said, you get to be involved in things now that just have so much fulfillment, and that, yeah, not everybody gets to see it from your eyes. And so, like you said, you kind of got a second chance in life and a second opportunity to give back and do everything you can, so.
I mean, I ain't no, how'd I say it? Lazy guy. I like to, do adventures and. Oh,
you're pretty active, Gary. Yeah, you're one of the most active guys I know.
I'm trying to find ones that I can mentor
Gary's
me.
Everywhere.
Gary's everywhere.
And here he is,
Well, I plan to go to other places in life. Maybe take jet surf with us. You were talking about Texas Adaptive Aquatics, and I came in contact with them after my injury, and I'm like, man, I want to get back in the water. I want a boat. Like, I was born in Clear Lake. I was boating and wakeboarding and fishing. Like,
yeah, I love the water. Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be in Florida. Got beautiful water, but you got to appreciate what you got.
Well, you got to deal with red tide, and it's honestly the East Coast isn't that pretty. So yeah.
Well, hey, I still like traveling there. Hey, next race, I'm going to be there, buddy.
Oh, yeah,
I know I was there from a distance. You got that nice.
Well, the next race, it won't be hard because it'll be here in Texas. So
tell us about that, man.
No, you continue. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna put it on me now, huh? So, John, if you could do anything in this world, and money didn't have to deal with it, your health didn't have to deal with it, what would you do? Even if you're stuck laying in bed your whole life, not you ever will. I mean, everybody loves their bed, But
we do spend a lot of time in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. About 10 hours a day, 9 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
A day in there, or some people don't even sleep at all. They just take a little power nap and they're back to work.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you could do anything in the world, not switching shoes, what would you do and why?
Ooh, I was not ready to get the questions.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's good. That's
script,
good.
Man. This is all
right. Or this is all individual impromptu, right?
Yeah,
so we're on the fly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I'd want to make a positive impact somehow if I could. Obviously, I've got 2 young kids, so something positive for them.
You're leading a legacy. I see that, man.
Okay.
Well, philanthropy, man.
Philanthropy, leadership. So you're actually teaching your children great skills. I don't think they teach you that in school. You got to go out there and experience it.
What do they teach you in school now?
I was about to say, there's so many things you have to experience and aren't taught in school. Yeah.
A little discipline to get you ready for the real life.
True. That's a good point, though. Yeah. I mean, it does. Yeah.
I mean, I know some people that only went to high school and they had the right discipline and the mindset, and they've done more than people that had bachelor's degrees or masters.
Isn't that true? The guys I know with the most money usually didn't graduate high school, believe it or not. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
busted their ass and made their dreams come true.
They did, man.
With the support of family, friends, the community.
They're educated. They just self-educated. It's crazy. They learned their trade or their craft and they capitalized on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish my trade was a little different, but it's unique and it gives me hope for life. After I broke my neck, I got rushed to an ICU. I had shattered my C 456. And with that, I'm like, oh crap, I'm like paralyzed. And I'm like, hey, we need to do a emergency surgery on you. And, okay, let's do this. I'm like, guess I'm going underneath the knife. Yeah, my surgeon's like, hey, if you're not here in 10 minutes, I'm going to a golf course. I'm like, what? So anyhow, we Scott and White over there in Killeen, Texas, over there by the military base. I was rushed there, so I was like, why am I not getting life flighted to Houston? Like, that's only 80 miles down the road. I was like, I got some insurance. I'm ready to do a helicopter flight, man. This sounds like fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quite get what I wanted, but, you know, I got some other insight from being in there. I got to see other patients. I had a beautiful nurse. She stood there beside me. Actually just got out of a relationship, so, you know, we all know our mothers can comfort us, or, you know, a good friend, or even your nurse. I ain't going to tell her name on here, but I'm still good friends with her. And
they're very nice.
She's, you know, she's still a nurse. She has a family. She's a realtor, and we stay in contact with each other. And I promised her something, and I made a big promise. I was like, I'm going to walk one day, and I'm going to come see you. And I guess I was being really smooth. But she took really good care of me and did overtime just so I would have the coolest nurse. She goes, man, these other patients, God, they're like whining about everything. You're just singing all the songs.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a halo on my head. I couldn't move it. And I'm like, man, this is some serious hardware. I guess I'm a true bolt. And, you know, I had all these bolts in my head. And I said, hey, you're going to sit here and watch me get this drilled in my head, right? She goes, I don't know. I was like, no, well, you're here now, so you ain't leaving. So I'm there with a smile and a grin on my face, and I'm having all these screws going in my head. She goes, I don't know how you do this. I was like, what other choice I got? I got to fix my neck, and I got to move on with life, just like you, right? She goes, yeah. I was like, man, really, I just want to go back to Houston. Like, and I actually made it back with a halo on, ambulance ride again, all the way down from Killeen to Houston. And that was like the bumpiest damn ride ever. But I knew I was going to go home and, you know, be in my own comfort zone.
Yeah, right.
Memorial Hermann Tier is the number 2 neuro rehab hospital in the country.
Okay.
And
I'm not surprised. Houston is world renowned for, you know, their medical, you know, services and devices and just applications. And I mean, largest medical center in the world. People come from all over the planet to get treatment here.
And I really applaud all the students that put in blood, sweat, and tears to become a nurse, a doctor,
it's not
a surgeon, physical therapy, occupational therapy. And I really got to see, like, behind the scenes. And then I was the patient, too. So it's like, how are we going to fix these other people while you're trying to fix me? I'm always, like, looking at the team like, I still think I'm a personal trainer. I broke my neck, can't move my arms really, can't move my legs. But I was like, how are we going to get back on our feet again? And they had a lot of support there. Even though I wanted to get the heck out of there and go live my life, they're like, hey, you know, we're giving you the crash course how to be, you know, independent, and this is what you need to do. And all I wanted to do was walk on the Locomat. Like, man, let's get this walking going. Like, time's ticking.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, man, you're always trying to do big things. Like, well, if you don't start something big, how are you going to finish something big?
Right.
But I actually wish I had a Locomat at the house. Those are very expensive. Better yet, some bionic legs. Those are very expensive. But really, in all reality, those are just like materialistic things that either help you or they're just an aid for helping others. And all I wanted was, I'm going to walk in. Even though I'm not walking again, I found out the better caveat to, I guess, therapy. I'm saying it wrong, but therapy, I needed new therapy and I needed a new why.
Right.
I knew I couldn't do all this stuff, so what was I going to do? Become an advocate and help other people, you know, in hopes that, you know, the community and God would get me to the other side. And I know it will happen one day. I just don't know when. So,
absolutely,
I was very, impatient in life. I wanted to get there fast and there. The biggest thing I learned was having patience.
Yeah.
And I became a
patience is key.
I guess a professional patient.
Yeah, right.
I swear, it's like a full-time job, like trying to manage everybody. You got,
Yeah.
I mean, healthcare is crazy. You think they're gonna just give you everything? No, if you don't fight for it, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah,
And-
that's why you're here to help people. You've experienced it. You've been through it. It's hard. They struggle with, the mental side of it and the financial side, and you're able to, hey, try this organization or try this out, or you've experienced, being in Killeen and being here and, where they should go. And I'm sure people can learn so much from you, Gary, just from your experience and from your outlook and your attitude,
Your
bro.
positive attitude.
Positive attitude,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, so.
Hey, I appreciate that. I don't really see like I've done enough because I'm always looking for more. But I'm thankful for the Christopher Reeves Foundation. We
Yeah.
all know Superman.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was a quadriplegic, and he had a foundation that not only supported his medical endeavors of wanting to gain function in his hands or walk, and his organization is just like, wow, like I couldn't imagine them not showing us the ropes because it's already written in the book. You just got to read the book and do what's supposed to. And really, it's all about, I don't know if this is too in mind, but one thing they said, hey, for you to survive, you got to take care of your skin. You got to take care and make sure your bowels are right. You got to make sure your bladder's capping. And all these things, like, most people don't see those things, but, that's my everyday reality.
Sure.
And,
you got to help people get through those realities because they struggle with those things, so you're able to say, hey, man, that ain't shit.
People have PTSD. I know a lot of our veterans that went to war and fought, and, they did things that they never thought they would do, but they were doing it for our country.
Right.
And I'm a big believer and supporter of Camp Hope. Camp Hope is a PTSD. I call it like a family that helps these soldiers get through the other side, because in reality, like you said, you got to have the mindset. Financials will come later, somehow, some way, but
you got to fight for it,
right,
and you got to know where to look. You got to help them know where to look, and how to fight that fight, because it is a struggle. I'm sure I don't know, but I know that it can't be easy, man. Yeah.
Right, and I really want to make sure the vets at the VA come out and do some water skiing. It's about the vets.
Yeah.
And then the adults and the children. But our vets need support. They need activities. They need something to, get over the hump and forget about the negative and just go live life, whether, it is on the water or
it can be
anything.
hard for anybody, right? But like you said, someone who was very active, you were a trainer, you love the water, and then say you take an Army vet, someone who, man, I used to be a soldier, I carried someone on my back, I used to carry a big gun, I used to jump off trucks. They
were there helping people.
It's a little harder to maybe accept that, because they've been so on the other side of it, Not that it's easy for anyone, but yeah, you've got to help the guys that it's a real game changer for them, from what their old lifestyle was. So you got to find other ways to fulfill those needs or help other people be involved in things. The veterans are a big part of it. There's so many people, but yeah, the veterans definitely are all connected to this.
And I'm really thankful for your
Texas
service.
Adaptive. Oh man, you had to
do
lucky.
right.
Yeah, I'm
you had
lucky,
to do
man.
Right to come back. You're in one piece.
I'm nothing, bro. Yeah,
and now you're living your dream.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just jet surfing or being in the community and inspiring other people to. There's a different way to get on the water. We all know what a boat stands for, right? What is it, John?
Break out another 1,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Or bust out. Yeah.
Hey,
way.
you know who's they say your friend's boat is the best boat to be on. All you gotta do is throw them some gas money and let them deal with all the headaches.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of voting, Jordan, tell us about that Texas Outlaw Challenge experience, bro.
All right, so
was pretty heavy.
and then we'll come back to Texas Adaptive. But yeah, so as me and John mentioned earlier, we were honored to be, kind of highlighting the show at Barge 295, which was a big party involved with the whole event. Texas Outlaw Challenge is basically the largest, boat show, boat shootout in the state of Texas, and one of the largest in the nation. It's a private event, so it's not necessarily sanctioned by the National Boating Association, but Speedboat Magazine and the National Power Boating Association, and all that is involved and shows Paul Robinson, who's the event coordinator, a lot of love. But yeah, it's an absolutely